All right, so we are going to do the last of our dissections. We're going to just kind of explore a couple of things. So the first thing you could probably do is take your chunk of intestines and cut it out with your scissors. Usually we go to the urogenital system next, and not having both male and female pigs is kind of hard for me to show you a lot, so I have a female. But urinary, we have the kidney, which is on both sides on the back. Coming out of the kidney, if you kind of dig in here, you'll find a kind of a white tube. That is the ureter. And you may have to break some of this covering to expose your kidney. And then you can see the ureter coming down. The ureter will trace down into this sac in the middle, which is of course your urinary bladder. And then of course you have another one coming from the opposite side. So you can do the same thing and take that protective film off. And you can see my ureter came right up off of that. So the kidney makes the pee, the urine comes out the ureter, comes down into the bladder. And technically, your bladder can come loose. Coming out of the back of the bladder is the urethra. And that's the same in both male and female pigs. You can explore your kidney if you kind of get it loose from the body wall and have it up on its side. You can then, well, technically, for your ease, you can pull your kidney out. And kind of open it like a clamshell with your scissor or your scalpel. Try to stay in the middle. And if you stay in the middle and kind of get him to open up, you can see there's different layers, and I'll have a picture attached. This outer edge is called the cortex. It gets a little darker, and you have the medulla layer. The medulla is actually divided into kind of triangles. If you can see it well enough, in bigger kidneys you'll see it better, but this darker layer has what we call pyramids. You can see this kind of white sac. It's the renal pelvis that's sitting in a cavity called the renal sinus. So the cortex, medulla, you have the renal pelvis, which stretches up actually with what we call calyces up into the kidney. But you can see those hopefully on your kidneys when you open them up. A couple other things then. I know that you might want to explore the last few things. If you take your scissors, you can see the heart tucked up underneath the chest. You may want to take your finger in there and kind of pull the sac down. And then you can put your scissors in and cut through the sternum. And you'll have your lungs and your heart up here at the top. And your heart, of course, is in a pericardial sac. And it has the thymus gland on top of it. So you can take and break the pericardial sac. And since we're not going to do anything with the arteries and veins, well, if you heard that, that was some ribs breaking. You can kind of explore. You have the inferior vena cava coming up from the liver into the bottom of the heart. And we would have traced arteries and veins coming out of the top of the heart. You can get your scissors in there and bring your heart on out. And you have the aortic arch that comes off the back up there. We have the pulmonary. The aortic arch is back here behind it where everything kind of branches off, but right there's the pulmonary. And you can feel free then to slice it, open it, show me what parts that you're seeing of your heart. It is up to you how you want to go about that. But you could take and slice it open to see some of the chambers. You may have latex in it like mine does. As far as male and female, mine was a girl. And right here in front of her bladder is her, there would be little tiny knots here at the end for the ovary and her oviducts. A pig has uterine horns, so she has more of these squiggles, and that would lead to a uterus down on the bottom. If you want to explore any more of your pig, feel free to try to explore and find the brain, or you can take out any of the organs and kind of look at those. You can pull out your lungs and kind of look at those. When you are finished examining and making me your last video, please put it in your bag, zip it up, and it can go in the regular trash. But I know they're getting slimy, they're getting smelly, and your parents are probably really wanting them out of your house. So explore, show me a quick video, let me see the last of your pig. See you guys.